Hello, welcome to Timelessly Tarot. My name's Betsy, and I'm going to be doing your reading for today. My hair is kind of wild, don't mind me. Let's do Aries. Aries, when I was meditating on your reading, I'll let you know in just a second. This is just a general reading. If it resonates, and if it does not fits, then awesome. If it doesn't, then this reading isn't for you. Feel free to swap the characters around. If I'm talking about you, I could be talking about them. If I'm talking about them, I could be talking about you. All right. The moon, no, sorry. So, like I said, this is just a general reading. If it resonates, leave it doesn't. Aries, the planet Chiron is in Aries right now. You are being pushed forward. So you are ruling the planet right now. You are in the ruling planet. We need Aries to push forward. Aries is really good at getting things done and pushed forward in the way that they want it. Like, in the way that they need it done and stuff. And so Aries do get it done. All right. Two more. One, two for Aries. For the week ahead, Aries, for the week ahead. When I was meditating on your cards, I pulled a card out for you. We have Mountain. Sorry. We have Mountain. So being faced with a challenge, some sort of challenge, you can either go through it, you can go over it, or you can take the easy, leisurely way around it on the river. So if you decide to climb this mountain, you don't go sprinting up the mountain. You take your time and you check you check what you're doing and stuff if you're gonna tackle this mountain that way. Or you can be patient and kind of let the flow just come, going with the flow. There you go. Thank you. Just going with the flow and going around the mountain on your little inner tube. Reminds me of Vegas. But you don't want to chisel your way through. You don't want to cheat your way through and think that it's going to be easier to just go right through it, instead of just going around it and going up and down. It's going to be hard to cheat your way into that because you have to chisel your way through it, and then you run the risk of the whole thing collapsing on you. So just bear that in mind, that whatever is challenging you this week or whatever is coming in your direction, it's something that you need to either take the time to go up and over, or you need to just be patient and take the easy way around. Takes a little bit longer, but it's a little more comfortable. So let's get some cards for you guys. Okay. So Aries, surrounding your reading, we have the Fool, which is coming up, the Fool, the 0 card, starting over Pisces. Why did I say Pisces? I think this is Gemini. I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, guys. I thought it was Pisces. I'm not sure. Anyways, so just starting over, starting something new, going into the unknown, just ready to have that leap of faith, living life on the edge. Maybe you feel like this situation or something that you're doing is like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to go jump out of a plane, but it's just like a little bit scary, jumping into something new, or you're just like loving this new thing that you're doing. You love this new situation that you're in. And it started as a leap of faith, right? It started as something that in the past you were super unsure about, something that you were super protective over, like you were very guarded about, because you were wondering what was behind that curtain, right? Wondering what was behind this right here. And I'm just getting that intuitively, like you had your guard up because you didn't know what you were jumping into, right? What you were going to be entertaining. So it's like they're going into romance the lion that's behind the curtain. So the lion being the person, or the lion being the situation. So you could be dealing with a Leo. Just because I said lion, and then I saw the sun coming up from the Fool. So, or this could have happened in August during Leo season. But, yeah, this was like a completion. This was after a completion. So something was complete. Something had to complete, something ended. Now officially something has ended, and you were able to, so this ended, this was the ending, the full cycle, it came around full circle. You're done with that, right? You're done with this thing that you were a little scared to walk out of, right? You were a little scared to go around this thing because you didn't know what was behind this curtain. So you were just like waiting in the past, kind of like, I don't know whether to jump in, and then you did. You jumped right into it. You were able to charm your way into the lion's den, into new employment, like new employees, new territory. You were able to charm yourself in there. So like you may get along with your coworkers, or you may get along with like your new significant other's family, and this is because you were able to complete and let go of what you just let go of, whether that be a person, a job, whatever it is. Okay, so subconsciously, I think that you still miss this. You still miss whoever it was or whatever it was. If it was a job, you may miss your coworkers. You miss what you did. You miss things about it, and it leaves you kind of sad. Kind of. But like, don't be worried about the 2 spilt cups here. Could have been 2 offers, 2 people, 2 years that you did it, to something. you have three. You have three standing. So you still have hope. You still have stuff. I don't feel that you're too devastated about this. Sorry, I'm having like lash issues, guys. So you're sad about it, but you know that you have bigger, better things that you need to accomplish, right? Like you get that. You get that there's another path for you. Money could be tight right now. Right now, consciously, you're thinking like money wise, money could be tight. You could be trying to save your money, or like I said, you're just worried about money, and so you're trying to save as much as you can. You could be like couponing. You could be trying to like see who has the better prices, where like you're price checking things so that you don't have to pay that extra dollar, because money can be kind of tight right now, especially during the holidays. That we have. So in your what's driving you in all of this is the Seven of Wands. So you feel like you have to defend something. You feel like you have to protect whatever this new situation or new person is. We'll get into that. But you're feeling like you have to defend yourself, or you feel like you have to defend what you do. You feel like you have to defend something, or you're just feeling very protective of what you're doing now. Something like that. Driving the people around you in this reading is indecision. So they can't decide on something, or they feel like you can't decide on something. You could be making a choice, or they feel like you don't know what choice to make. For your hopes, we have growth and potential. For your hope is growth and potential in this new adventure, in this new person. Your fear is that maybe the money's either, if it's a job, maybe the money's not going to be worth it, and you're actually going to be paying more than you're going to be paying more than what you're actually earning. That's what you're a little worried about. You're hoping to maybe get a promotion, get some sort of higher pay, or to actually be able to move forward in the company quickly, so that you can actually, oh my gosh, you guys, that hurts. Ow. Sorry. Ooh, that hurt. Woo. But your fear, you may fear that this may not be worth it, or that maybe something about money, or something about not being able to move fast enough up in the market. I don't know, something like that. Or maybe you fear that you're not going to get the job. You fear that you could be passed up for the promotion. Something like that. Okay. So your outcome is that I think that you're going to come out of feeling feeling sad about dropping whatever it is that you dropped. I feel that you're going to be thankful for the memories, but in the end you're going to know that what you had to drop was the best thing for you, because subconsciously, like deep down, you're sad about it, but you're quickly going to overcome that pretty quickly. You will be thankful for the memories, and you're going to be like, you know what, I don't regret what I did. I had a good time. It taught me a lot. I got something out of it. I got whatever it was. This is what I learned. This is what I got. It was a good experience. So I don't think that it's any regret. I think that you are thankful for the memories that you did have. So let's get 3 shuffles to clarify. Let's clarify with my fairy deck. We just did our general with the herbal tarot deck. And for my oracle as the mountain, which is, the mountain is this situation, you know, this predicament, this wall. This could be the actual adventure, like this new, look how that is so funny. Okay, look, it looks like he's climbing off of the cliff, like he's going over. So you may decide just to go up and over that cliff. You know, I think that you're finally there on top of the cliff. This is what you've been doing, the work, you've been climbing this. So now you're at the top. I think that you are already, you're either almost there or you're already there. So you know whether you got the job or not, I feel. And maybe it's more of like a promotion, or more like, am I going to get paid more than, how quickly can I like move up in the ladder, right? That's kind of what you're worried about. So just climb, you know, you're just going to have to climb up that mountain just like everybody else. You're going to have to climb up that ladder like everybody else. And I don't think that you need to worry about it. Aries are really good charmers, you know, they're really good at what they do, and they're really good at getting stuff done and being organized, and you know, they do really well at getting what they need done and telling people to get stuff done when they need to have it done. They're pretty good managers as well. Last shuffle. So, what is this new adventure? What is this new adventure? What is this new adventure? We have the 6 of Swords. So positive changes on their way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling and relocating. So you could be traveling for work. You could be going to a training for work. So this could be part of like your promotion. Relief from like knowing that you got the job. You could have finally, like I said, found out that you got the job, or you got the job, and you're finally at the top of the mountain. So now you just got to find your way back, find your way down. Positive changes on the way, you know, so that's good. They're moving towards calmer waters and into a better, brighter town. Looks like they found a town that they can stop at. You know, he's climbed the mountain. See? Oh, okay. So this one, you can take the leap of faith, right? You can take the leap of faith and go the harder way. It's going to be quicker, but it's going to be a little bit harder to get to where you need to be. You may have to be a little bit tricky. You may have to be a little bit, you know, fighty with getting to where you need to be, like getting that job, getting that whatever it is, getting that project, getting that person, getting that whatever. You may have to play dirty, if that makes sense. Or if you decide to climb up the mountain. If you decide to leisurely go with the flow and, you know, whatever comes, whatever happens, I think that it's gonna be calm for you here. Like I said, you know, you can either climb up the ladder, take that leap of faith and just climb it. I think, you know, either way you're gonna make it right? Either way, you're either climbing it you're either climbing it or you're going around it on the water. You're sailing around it, which is exactly what I said in the beginning. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. It's a leap of faith. You don't know what's coming to you, rather than this one is a little bit easier, and you can see what's coming towards you because you can see straight ahead. Up the mountain, you know, you have to worry about up, side, down, and you don't really have much to work with. Whereas in the water, you can kind of see everything, and it's a little bit slower pace, and you have a little bit more time to kind of like react, rather than in the trees, in the mountain, where you're surrounded by trees and you can't see ahead of you. He is out here in the open. It's like bright, and if you're gonna do it, I would just go with the flow. I really would, because it's bright, you can see, you can tell what's going on. And this one, it's like there's a peeping light, but it's darkness, it's light sometimes, and it's dark, and then you're surrounded by trees and you can't really see. And so it's like, I would just lay back and relax and float down the river, rather than try to climb this scary, horrendous thing. Because look at how, oh my goodness, look at how amazing that is, you guys. Look at how this shines on him, and look at how the mountain shine like this. It's either the moon or the sun or both is just shining down on here. So this is something that you're like so meant to do. This is something that is gonna be so stimulating to you, and especially right now with Chiron in Aries. So your push for education, your push for knowledge, your push for a higher thing, a happier times, happier thing. So for the past, the Nine of Wands, kind of feeling like not knowing what's behind the curtain, you know. We have the Page of Pentacles. So studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. See? So it's like, it's exactly like, just like I said, you know, you were scared to look past that wall. You were so scared to look past that, what you were comfortable with, but you took that leap of faith to go behind the curtain, to start, you know, start going down the river on your little floaty, and you're gonna get the promotion, or you got the job. You're gonna start getting more training. You're gonna start finding stuff out that you never did before. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna start gaining a lot of really good knowledge that's gonna help you and push you forward. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. So I don't think that it was a leap of faith, but it was something that you were like teeter-tottering with for a minute. I don't think that it was like one day you were like, you know what, I'm gonna quit this job and go do this one. Bam, it happened. You know, it was a lot of thought, and you did put some thinking into it. You know what I mean? So what did we complete? What was the completion about? What was the completion about besides starting this new Eight of Pentacles? Do more research before proceeding. Education is in the form of seminars, which is exactly what I said. Going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, long-term projects. So going, like, training, you're gonna do training, this completion brought you to a new education, a new school. I keep wanting to say a new school. But even if it's not school, it's a new craft. It's a new thing that you're going to be able to take with you to put on a resume. Like, this is what I did, and people will acknowledge, you know, a lot of the stuff that you're doing is resume worthy. And so I think that you get that and you realize that, and you're kind of trying to stay along those lines of like what you started on. So it may not be exactly that you started, but you're branching off to a different department of that knowledge, that first knowledge that you just completed, that first job that you first completed. It's like being in an office job and that being your first job, and so you learn to file the papers, blah blah blah. But then you move to another department or another building, another company that kind of does the same thing. They don't necessarily have to be the same people or whatever, but they kind of work within the same department, but it's like completely different. It's almost like a hospital, you know what I mean? Like how a hospital has nurses, and then they have like it's like you went from a CNA, a certified nursing assistant, to like a nurse, you know what I mean? So it's almost the same, but it's very different. You do very different things, you learn very different things, you guys are assigned to different things. So that's kind of where I'm going with this one is right now you're going to be into getting into new territory in your work after this completion. That's why this completed was so you could move on to something different and learn a new trade to help you. So what is this that you're devastated about? What is this that you're devastated about? Not devastated, but what is this that you're like sad about? Give me some clarity on that one. The wheel, this completion, which was exactly what it was. I love this. Okay. It's the same thing, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel. That's why you're sad subconsciously, is because you completed this. So it's no, you can't clarify that more than that. You know what I mean? What is this Four of Pentacles? Saving money, or just, this could be some obsession, some greed, this could be greed, obsession. This could be having to save money. What is this? Family finances. Five of Pentacles. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. So, like I said, yeah, I mean, the Four of Pentacles and then clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So this is money. That's what you're worried about subconsciously, is money. And you're worried, like, you know, was this a good time to change jobs? Or you're thinking, like, let's say your spouse is thinking of changing jobs, and you're just like, is this a good time to change jobs? Because I don't know what we're going to do if this doesn't pan out. Like, what are we going to do if this doesn't work out? If this new job doesn't work out? If it's not you that has a new job, or if it's not you that we're dependent on. I feel like this energy is like more of who you're dependent on rather than like your own. I'm sure that you're hoping that, just because with the leap of faith, I don't think that you would just like take a leap of faith on nothing, especially when you have the Four of Pentacles. I think that you had the opportunity to take a leap of faith, and now you're worried about like your significant other or your job. If they're slowing down, let's say like your work is slowing down, and so you're really worried about if they're going to let you go, you know what I mean? Or you're really worried about if you change jobs now, or that maybe they're going to pick back up. There's just some sort of worry with changing jobs, and there's some sort of worry of like, are we going to make it? Like, if you change jobs right now, are we going to be good? When are we going to have insurance? When are we going to have this? What are your benefits? What do we get out of this? And you know what I mean? Like, you are weighing out the pros and cons of this change. So let's see. Seven of Wands. What are we being protective over? What are you being protective over? Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So you're being you're being defensive and protective, and like you're being a little bit like, I don't know, because you don't know. That's what you're worried about, is like you don't know. You need to meditate on it, and you need to trust your intuition. Talk about it with your spouse, talk about it with your company, and just see your pros and cons, just see what's good for you, and then follow your intuition, like follow your gut instinct, like, okay, is this going to be good for us? Yes or no? And this other person, this might be the decision that your person's trying to make. That's what the decision was. They were thinking. They're making a decision about work, or they're making a decision about something, or your work is making a decision. Whoever this is that's surrounding you in all this is making a decision. What are they making a decision about? We have the 9 of Wands. Protect the fruits of your labor. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. So they're just as worried about this as you are. They're just as worried about this as you are. So trust them when they make the decision, or trust them if they make the decision that maybe you wouldn't make. Changing jobs and moving is always going to cause a distraction. So look at the future. Look at the future stuff. Look at the future that lies ahead. There's always going to be bumps in the road, but is it good? Is it better to move on now and then be smooth? Or would you rather have these little bumps with the job that you have now, and not knowing, are they going to let me go now? Am I going to be let go? Is this going to work out for us? That kind of energy. So they are just as worried about money as you are, and they are really, really trying to make a decision, and a fair and honest and actual thinking about it, and not just like willy-nilly doing what they do, but actually going into it. And yeah, you're worried about the money. You're worried that they're not going to get paid as much as you think that they are. You want it to be growth and potential. You want this to be the growth and potential that it needs, right? But that's what you're worried about. Let's get a clarification for the 6 of Cups. I'm trying to get it before the time runs out. Let's see, 6 of Cups. We have to plan your next steps with an eye on the long term. I said that. I just freaking said that. Okay. Plan your steps with an eye on the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So follow your intuition, guys. I think that you're going to be okay with the memories that was from the past, whatever it was. But you need to move on now. So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much, Aries. I love you. Have a good week.